Welcome to the 5th Annual San Juan Mining and Reclamation Conference. We've gathered here for a unique and informative weekend. People traveled from all over southwest Colorado to learn more about mining and reclamation. In its 5th year running, the San Juan Mining and Reclamation Conference brings together community members, nonprofit organizations, small business owners, and industry specialists.
Hi, I'm Marcy Bidwell with Mountain Studies Institute. We're really excited that this is the 5th year of a tradition of bringing people together to talk about collaboration, to address our past, present, and future mining issues and ways to find opportunities to improve and solve these problems going forward. We're really proud to bring together this great group of people from nonprofits, universities, local governments, and mining companies to talk about our communities and the mountains we love. Thank you for joining us.
We began the scenic weekend just outside the historic town of Telluride, Colorado, where over 100 attendees gathered to share information and success stories. This year's focus is the evolution of mining and the historic legacy left behind from the post-industrial mining boom, with an emphasis about how we are cleaning up industrial mistakes made in the past. Evolution is a dynamic process. Just as our Earth has changed from its origins, so too has society and its demand for natural resources. Millions of years ago, the San Juan Mountains were formed by volcanic activity and magma cooling slowly in the Earth. This slow cooling deposited valuable minerals and radioactive materials. The mining towns in the San Juan Mountains of Colorado were renowned for their Wild West lifestyle and pioneer attitudes. At the time, they were mining for gold and silver. As our country's needs have changed, so too have our mining demands and practices. A slogan of this year's conference was, "If you can't grow it, you have to mine it." Reclamation is the term used for the cleanup of mines, mills, and other sites that extracted minerals and ore from the landscape. Significant mining disturbances were created during the Industrial Revolution and on into the mid-1900s. Both the leftover sites and mining waste known as tailings became a concern to public health and the environment. Heavy metals and radioactive materials were left exposed and subject to erosion. Thus, reclamation is the time and money-intensive process of cleaning up and stabilizing these areas. Scientists are utilizing both man-made and natural processes to help the delicate alpine environment heal itself. Stabilizing the exposed earth in and around these sites makes water healthier for wild and human communities in the mountains, as well as towns and cities downriver. Day 1 of the conference began at the Pandora Mill, which is located just outside of the town of Telluride in southwestern Colorado. In 1983, the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment filed suit against the Eldorado Mining Company for natural resource damages under CERCLA, or Superfund. Although direct human contact with the tailings is minimal, the major human health concern was possible exposure to heavy metals in the tailings, specifically lead and cadmium. The riparian ecosystems around the mill have also been affected by zinc and changes in pH of the water. The Pandora Mill processed ore containing gold and silver and ran on and off for the early part of the 20th century. Once finally closed, the Eldorado Mill concerned the community of Telluride because of the exposed tailings piles and the poor quality of water draining away from the sites. The state of Colorado was involved in court activities and negotiations with Eldorado Mining Company until July 1992, when a negotiated remedy was finalized in federal court. The remediation plan involved stabilizing and revegetating the 11 large tailings piles, diverting surface runoff around the mine wastes. Most of the cleanup at the Pandora Mill has been completed and is now under passive maintenance. The total cost for this work is approximately $30 million.
Good afternoon. My name is Devin Hornfett here at the San Juan Mining Conference. I'm an environmental engineer, PE, for Worthington Miller Environmental, the primary consultants for Eldorado Mining out here. We're standing on the tailings pile, the revegetated tailings for the town of Telluride. We've got 20 acres here, keeping the water clean. And tomorrow I'll be presenting on our passive mine treatment system that we'll be installing over on the Red Mountain side, talking a little bit about acid mine drainage and some ideas and solutions that we can try to implement as we move forward as a group in cleaning up some of our mining legacy.
Our second stop during the tour was the historic Milling and Mining Center of Yerevan, Colorado.
Hi, my name is Jason Smith. I work for AECOM. I'm a contractor for Umeco Minerals, and I'm here with the San Juan Mining and Reclamation Conference giving a tour of the Yerevan site. I'm excited to give the tour here today due to my interest in the history of the site. Going back 100 years, you can imagine there's quite a bit of information to be learned from the past here.
The town got its name by combining the first three letters of the two products produced from the mine, uranium and vanadium. The town of Yerevan began when the Standard Chemical Company established the Joe Jr. Camp along the banks of the San Miguel River in 1912. The mill shut down in 1922 after producing 250 grams of radium from 47,000 tons of ore. The peak price of radium in those days was $120,000 per gram. Day 2 of the mining conference included a community meeting, presentations, and a panel discussion. Industry specialists, small business owners, scientists, and citizens came together to share information about successes regarding reclamation and cleanup of mining in the San Miguel watershed. Over 100 attendees participated in the presentations and poster sessions throughout the day. The San Juan Mountains are an amazingly rich and diverse region of the Rocky Mountains. Our rivers and streams contribute to the mighty headwaters of the Colorado River. This is an incredibly important watershed that provides water for large communities throughout the Southwest, as well as water for industry, agriculture, and recreation. Although significant progress has been made in stabilizing these historic mining sites, there is much more to be learned and done. Reclamation is complex and requires support from industry, scientists, policymakers, and communities around the San Juans. Most of the mining that took place in the San Juan Mountains happened during an era of U.S. history when there was very little awareness of the impacts that large-scale industrial processes have on the landscapes. Since the 1960s, there has been a major shift in public awareness and government policy that is changing the way industrial projects take place. Although there have been significant gains in recent decades, our communities around the San Juan Mountains are still grappling with how to remediate these historic sites and make the water that flows from our mountains cleaner and healthier. In an era when personal technology is being demanded at such a high rate, it seems pertinent to reflect on the costs of extracting rare minerals. Reclamation of mines must be included when exploring the cost of mining for materials and natural resources like steel, gas, and smart technologies for cell phones and computers. When groups get together, it seems that public awareness, paired with policy and industry specialists, may provide a solution that will meet our 21st century needs and those of the environments that sustain us. Thanks for being a part of the 2015 San Juan Mining Conference. These events are made possible by support from our communities. If you would like to participate in next year's conference or would like to make a donation, visit us at www.mountainstudies.org.